When I first started studying in the UK, I felt my problem was I wasn't working hard enough. But the moment I realized there was a difference in the pattern of teaching I was used to compared to what is obtainable in the new environment I'm studying, actually gave me a reason to pause and identify what was looking different. I realized I didn't need to change who I am, but I needed to change how I approach learning. In this video, I'll share how I adopted to a research-focused learning system in the UK, not by studying harder, but by studying smarter. If you're an international student feeling overwhelmed, confused, or unsure why your effort isn't translating into results, this video is for you. Subscribe and turn on the notification button to stay updated. First, let us talk about active reading. One of the biggest shifts I had to make was how I read academic materials. Before studying in the UK, reading meant finish the chapter, highlight key points, memorize definition. But in a research learning system, that approach doesn't work. There's a mindset shift. Stop reading to finish, start reading to question. Every time you read an academic paper, article, or chapter, ask three simple questions. What is the author's main argument? Not the topic of what you are reading, but the argument the author is pushing. Do I agree or disagree? Why do I think that? What evidence supports or challenges the argument? At first, this feels uncomfortable, especially if you come from a system where questioning authors or lecturers wasn't encouraged. But this is exactly what UK universities are training you to do. Think like a researcher, not just as a memorizer. Practical tip: don't try to read everything deeply. Skim first, identify arguments, then read strategically. The second strategy I want to share is using feedback effectively. Another major learning curve for me was understanding feedback. In many teaching-led systems, feedbacks feel like judgment. It's a pass or fail, right or wrong. But in UK universities, feedback is developmental. It's not personal. At first, comments like need more critical engagement, expand your analysis can feel vague or even discouraging. But here's what changed things for me. I stopped reacting emotionally to feedback and started analyzing feedback like data. What to look for in a feedback? 1. Look for patterns. Are the same comments appearing across modules? Secondly, repeated skill gaps. Structural frame. Critical analysis. Referencing. Look out for these stages in your assessment and look the consistent feedbacks you've been getting to identify a repeated skill gap. Thirdly, concentrate on suggestions, not score. Focus on what to improve, not just to improve on the mark. Instead of asking, why didn't I get a higher grade? Ask, what skill is this feedback pointing me to? This shift alone made my assessment over time stronger. I gained more confidence as I approached my assessments. The test strategy I want to share is developing an academic voice. One of the hardest adjustments for international students is finding their academic voice. Many of us were trained to report what the lecturer said, stick closely to textbooks, avoid personal opinion. But in a research-focused learning, your opinion matters if it's supported. Confidence doesn't come from sounding perfect. It comes from preparation, practice, and participation. You don't need to speak all the time in classes. When you speak, refer to a reading, ask a question, build on someone else's idea. This is academic engagement. And the more you practice this, the more confident your writing and speaking becomes. In conclusion, adapting to a research-focused learning system isn't about intelligence, it's about skills. And interestingly, skills can be learned. The moment I stopped trying to survive the system and began to understand how it works, everything changed. Not overnight, but gradually. If you are struggling right now, that doesn't mean you are failing. It means you are transitioning. In the next video, we'll talk about assessment expectations in UK universities and why many international students misunderstand what examiners are really looking for. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification button to stay updated when I post a new video. Bye for now.